Hello buddy, Crow back and with another part of my game collection. Today we're going to do the PS3 games. We'll just kind of run through them really quick. I know some of the PS3 games are upstairs, so after I'm done with the ones here, I will splice in the footage of those. But let's get started. So this is, of course, at the end of 2014. These are the games I had. So 3D Dot Game Heroes. Yeah, 3D Dot Game Heroes. A game that is kind of makes fun of, it's like a parody of the old 16-bit games, but it's like a Zelda-ish. You got a giant sword. Pretty awesome. I need to really, this is another game where I just stopped playing it because something else came up that I wanted to play, and I never got back to it, and I'm sitting there midway through the game. I'll probably have to start it over. Asura's Wrath, an awesome game if it weren't for the fact that you need to pay additional cost to see the actual end of the game. Stupid Capcom. Back to the Future, the game. I actually had this on the Wii originally, and then I found out there's a PS3 version, so I had to go get the PS3 version. You could also download this in episodes. It's from Telltale Games. I actually made it past the first chapter, but I haven't really continued it since then. I'm kind of interested to see where it goes. Who knows when I'll actually get back to that. Batman Arkham Asylum Game of the Year Edition. I actually did play all the way through this. So one of those rare times where I had a game and I actually did manage to play through all of it. It's a very good game. Arkham City, I got the Game of the Year edition, but I haven't yet really started the game, so who knows. BioShock. This is still sealed. I want to play this someday, but I'm not going to open this one. I actually have another one that's not on the shelf because it's yet to come in another pickup video. I got the Rapture edition, which is BioShock 1 and 2 together. So that'll be the one I play. Also, we have over here the special edition for BioShock 2, which has never been opened for whatever reason, and it's just on display. I don't think this will ever get opened because now I have I've got the game really cheap. BioShock Infinite. This is the one I picked up recently. Again, part of that BioShock trilogy. Then we got Blaze Blue Continuum Shift Extend. And I happen to have, this came part of a limited edition, so I'll kind of splice in the box, the bigger box this came in, because I have that on a different shelf. And the bigger box for Blaze Blue Continuum Shift Extend. Brutal Legend, a game with Jack Black as voicing the lead, which I really enjoyed until it tricked me into playing real-time strategy, which I did not enjoy, and that's when I stopped playing the game. But I still keep it just in case I want to give it another shot. Castlevania Lords of Shadow, a game I want to play, but I haven't had a chance to. Catherine, this is one of the best games on the PS3. I know it's on the Xbox 360 as well. It's just one of the best games of the generation because it's also offbeat and such a different type of game. Really enjoyed it. Dante's Inferno, game which a lot of people say is a God of War ripoff. I haven't played that much of it. I only played it for a couple days, but I never got that far into it. Then again, this is another one of those games where I stopped playing it because something else came along and I never got back to it. Dead Island, this is my wife's game, not really my cup of tea. Dead Island Riptide, same deal. Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. Now, I had Dead or Alive 5, but then when I found Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate for a cheap price, I wound up trading up. And then we've got Dead Rising 2, a game which is seems pretty interesting to me. We have Dead Rising 1, but that's on the Xbox, I believe. But, again, I'll open this if I ever play Dead Rising 1 and want to play Dead Rising 2, but who knows. Deadpool. I really want to play this game. I played quite a little bit of it, maybe an hour of it. And I want to play the rest of it, but, you know, again, time permitting, I need time to do that. Dragon's Crown, again, another one. It's like old school, like one of those old arcade Dungeons and Dragons type games. And, yeah, it's really awesome. And I love the art style. It's just way off the wall. It's nothing you would expect. All right, Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage is like a Dynasty Warriors type of game, but with the Fist of North Star characters. And being based off my favorite anime, I really enjoyed the game, even though a lot of people complained it was repetitive and boring, but I just really enjoyed it. And even more so, Ken's Rage 2. And this is what is this? I think this is the Korean version or something. It's either the Japanese or the Korean version. because they didn't release this game physically here, and they did some gameplay mechanics. They expanded upon the game as well, and I really enjoyed that. I played like this game for a year, and like played this game for a year because I enjoyed it so much. But I know that if you're not a fan of the series, you're not really gonna have a good time. Folklore. I really don't know much about this game. This is my wife's game, and I don't know. Full Auto 2 Battle Line seems like a really cool game by Sega. I'm keeping it, but I don't think I really had a chance to play it yet. God of War Saga. I really want to play the God of War game sometime, and this has 5 of them in there, even though 2 of them are technically digitally downloaded and not actually on the disc. Stupid idiots. Why don't you just include it on the disc? So I've played part of God of War, the original God of War, but I have not played anything else. And I hope to do that one day. That's why I have that. Grand Theft Auto 4, I did play this for a while. I don't know, I didn't really enjoy it that much. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 is so much better. I'm glad I gave it another shot after 4, because it was okay, but there was really nothing that held my interest. Heavy Rain, my wife wanted this game. It's got an interesting concept with the hitting the buttons or whatever. I don't know, I really haven't gotten that far into the game. But it's here in case I want to. High Velocity Bowling. I bought this recently for like $3 because it was a bowling game that was Move compatible, and I just wanted to see how it stacked up against Wii Bowling. It's not too bad. It really isn't too bad. There's another one. It's like the Brunswick one, and that one is the one that's awful. This one's not too bad. Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds. I got this because I was excited for a PS3 Hot Shots Golf game, but this one kind of fell flat. But nonetheless, I'm going to keep it. I mean, they made up with it with World Invitational. But, yeah, get that one and skip this one if you're interested. Unless you want all the games, then you have to get it. I've got the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection, which I have not opened yet. I really do want to play these games someday because I heard how great they are. But, again, so many games to play. Infamous and Infamous 2. I did play these a little bit to capture footage for, I think it was even my last pickups video. They were $10 each, and I've heard they're good games, so they're there in case I get a chance to play them. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Stars Battle. I'm really getting into the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime, and this is a great fighting game. And it could have been better if they didn't make some of the characters DLC, but I've heard they're making another JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fighting game, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like. And we got the Journey Collector's Edition, which has Journey, Flow, and Flowers, and a couple more mini games on it. But the sad thing is that you have to install them from the disc to the PS3, and you actually don't run the game off the disc. But otherwise, it's still, I guess it's fine to do that. It's just weird when things do things like that, I suppose. Katamari Forever. If there's a Katamari game, I've got to have it. And it's okay. This is an okay Katamari game. Not as good as the previous titles, but still entertaining. Killer is Dead. Now, this is another one where I've got a bigger box of the limited edition. We'll splice that in right now. All right. Also, for the PS3, I got the bigger box for Killer is Dead. And, yeah, it's a Pseudo 51 game. I think that's what it is. And they did like Lollipop Chainsaw and Killer 7 and some other games that I found interesting but haven't really played. So that's there again. Yeah, just so many games to play. I'm not going to be able to play them all unless I lose my job or something. Kung Fu Rider. One of those move games that doesn't really need to be a move, but I still found this game entertaining. Little Big Planet. This was entertaining when it was first out, and then I recently picked up Little Big Planet 2 at a GameStop special, and again, it keeps the same mojo going. And here's Lollipop Chainsaw, again, game I only played a little bit to get a little bit of a taste of it, but really haven't continued it. And then we've got a Marvel vs. Capcom, The Fate of Two Worlds, the special edition, because this has a steel bookcase, which I thought was sweet. Now, they did come out with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I just, like, bumped the camera. So sorry about that. And I do have that, too, but I like to keep the steel book. The special edition actually came with the digital download codes for the extra characters. And luckily, those carried over to the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 as well. So, I'm just going to keep that because I like the Steelbook so much. Medieval Moves, this was a really, really, really cheap game, and I figured I'd get it because, you know, I have the Move. Let's get some use out of the Move. I think it was like a $3 game. Let's move on to the next shelf here, and this will be easier for me because my arm was killing me going at that height. But we got Midway Arcade Origins, and I did a Crow Plays on every single game that was in here. How could I pass this up? 30 games, 30 plus games. So 30 plus games, I think it's 31 games. Why don't they just say 31? But yeah, some very good titles in there. Some of the controls are wonky on some of the games, but I'd still make it passable. Mortal Kombat. Now this is actually part of, this is the, well, exclusive content has Kratos in it because the Xbox version didn't have Kratos. But I've got the bigger box. Now I'm not going to show the big box because that's under the house right now because this one came with the bookends. I actually got this on sale at Fry's. They had a discount on it because they were trying to get rid of it. Nobody was buying it, I guess, so I bought it. But this is a really good Mortal Kombat, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the new one coming out, Mortal Kombat X. Motorstorm, one of the original PS3 releases. I haven't played it too much because I didn't actually pick this up early on, but I like driving games and like rally-style driving games, so I'm looking forward to giving this a whirl again. And I want to get like Motorstorm Apocalypse and probably Pacific Rim, but I'm waiting for like to get them cheap, and I keep seeing them for pretty high prices, like, you know, 17, 20 bucks. I want it for like 10. NBA Jam. First, I didn't like this remake of the original NBA Jam, but second time I played it, I did a Crow Plays on it, and as I was playing that, I really started getting into it. I started getting it, and I really like this one. I like the arcadey sports games over the true traditional ones. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, I played this one a lot. This was limited edition, apparently, which included downloadable codes. That's not bonus content, you know. Need for Speed Most Wanted, which should have been named Burnout Most Wanted. Again, limited edition because why? I don't know. Includes multiplayer bonuses, which I never used because I didn't play this multiplayer. It tried to be like Burnout Paradise City, but it kind of fell short of that. We got Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which I've heard is a good game, but this has apparently never been opened. I think this was a Black Friday special. No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise. Yes, got No More Heroes for the Wii, but I haven't played those, and I only played this a little bit. Seems like, again, this is again another one of the games made by like the same people, Killer's Dead, and the Lollipop Chainsaw. So yeah, the wackiness in this game. So I really want to play it someday. I don't know when that's going to happen. One Piece Pirate Warriors. This is actually a European release because this game was never released physically in North America. So I got the European release. It's region free. It's like Dynasty Warriors, but with One Piece characters. It's pretty cool. But you know what's funny is I was like in the middle of playing this and I got the PS4, so then there went that game. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Again, not as good as Smash Brothers, but it was worth a try. And this had the cross-buy functionality to download it onto the Vita as well, so there's that. Portal 2, I originally wanted on the PC, but my wife bought me this instead, and I was actually going to tell her to take it back until I noticed that it had the free access to the PC game as well. So I was like, oh, never mind, I'll just I'll just use that and still have it for the PS3. Puppeteer is a really good game that I bought recently. I've wanted this for a while, and I found it for a really good price. I highly recommend this. This is one of the best titles on the PS3. Ridge Racer 7, just one of the earlier PS3 titles that I really haven't played. My wife actually had this in her PS3 collection long before I even got my own PS3, and I don't think I've ever played this actually, but I like Ridge Racer, so we kept it. Saints Row the Third, the full package. Now, what had happened with this, I played this, but this is still sealed, but my original Saints Row the Third was stolen, so insurance had gave me the money for replacing it, but instead I waited a while and bought the full package, which I haven't played yet. I don't know if that'll ever happen, and there's like a code there too. from the old game, which I have not played. Which I have. It's like an online code that I have sitting in there in case I ever put that up. The chute I kept because it uses. I was gonna sell this originally, and then I thought, no, I'll keep it because it uses the move, and you know, might want to play some kind of weird shooter on the PS3. Soul Calibur 5, I remember getting this at discounted price, and it did, I think the code worked for the extra character. So, yeah, there's that. South Park Stick of Truth, another one of the greatest games of this generation. Really amazing what they did. I played this, got this back in March, and then when I really started playing it back in like October, November, I could not stop playing this game at all. Splatterhouse. I know this game kind of fell flat, but I still liked it. But again, one of those games where I was playing it, and then something else came along, and then I stopped playing it. Split Second is a really awesome game, and I really need to get back to playing this. I haven't played it in years and years and years. But it's like you're driving and you attack people with the environment, and it's set up like it's a TV show, but you don't feel that when you're driving, when you're playing the game. But it is really, really clever, I think. But then again, something came along and stopped playing it. All right, now we got Sports Champion. I just kept this because it was the game that came with the move, and it's not too bad. We got Street Fighter Cross Tekken, a game I bought on the cheap, and I'm sorely disappointed with because of all the DLC for unlockable characters, so screw that game. I still want to keep it, though, just in case. Maybe I can get it for a cheaper price, the DLC, but nobody really plays that game now anyway, I think. I'm still waiting for Tekken Cross Street Fighter. I don't think that'll ever happen. Super Street Fighter 4. I bought that when it came out. No, I take that back. I bought Street Fighter 4 on the Xbox 360, and then when Super Street Fighter 4 came out and it went for cheaper, that's when I bought this. Tekken 6. I bought this and I barely played it because I didn't have as much time to play it as I thought I would, of course, as you're seeing as a common theme. Tekken Tag Tournament 2, same thing with this. I only played it a little bit. I like the Tekken series, so I just buy all the Tekken games anyway. Transformers 4, War for Cybertron, a game I actually did play through and liked. I still have to play Fall of Cybertron, so there's that, but I'll probably never pop that in again. Then we have Tron Evolution. We got this really cheap because it came in a bigger package with a Tron light cycle and a big box. I'll cut in a picture of the big box right now. Also for the PS3, you got the big box for Tron Evolution. So. And I haven't played the game because all we got was that, and it was a really big package, so I'm just keeping it because of that. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I explained the deal with this one. I like it, but again, nobody really knows. Really knows how to play it. I don't like really playing online, and yeah, there's that. So it's a fun oddity, I think. Not as popular as Marvel vs. Capcom 2 wound up being, but Uncharted Dual Pack. This came with the PS3 for free. It was like a Best Buy deal because the PS3 I got came with Uncharted. Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, and then you got these for free, and I got all three of them, and then I wound up playing all three of them. So yes, that's 3 games right there. I actually played all the way through. Under Defeat HD, very, very good shooter. Virtua Fighter 5, one of the earlier PS3 games, and I like these Virtua Fighter games, and that's actually the last one up here. I know there's some upstairs, so let me cut to what is upstairs. For the PS3, we have Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix and Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix. This is actually the limited edition version of that came with a pendant or something. And again, my wife just wanted to keep all the Kingdom Hearts games together. And that's it. Thanks everyone for watching. See you all next time. Bye.